we're gonna take the two yoga blocks, shoulder distance apart, and it's gonna be up to you if they are medium or low. And the elbows are gonna go on, and the elbows are not gonna go splay out to the sides. The exercise, the stretch is this, not that. So when you get here, you're on the points of the elbows, but then you wiggle your body back until you're really on the upper arm bones. And if we need to get a third block for under your head because your head is hanging, then we'll get another block or a blanket or something to put under your head. We really want the neck to be able to rest. Yep. And so you're gonna wiggle your body back until your head drops down to the floor. So maybe bring the blocks onto the mat. I'll do that. And then come back here just with this, so your head goes on the floor. And then do all that again. You're gonna bring your head all the way down to that dot and lean your butt back. Yep, I'm gonna get another block for under your head. So if the hands being in prayer feels like too much, which it very well might be, you can just let your palms rest on the back of your neck. And then, maybe toes together, big toes touching, but the knees wide. So the butt can really kind of sink down. So take your knees nice and wide apart. There's something for under your head, my dear. Lift your head up, and there you go. And then you know, just kind of adjust your arms so that you really come back up. It's too wide. Warm. I'm doing better at keeping it warm in here. Although I did try to turn it up to 80 degrees just to see. It can't even do it. It only goes up to 75. So no worries, no hot yoga will be happening here. So we're gonna get a big breath into your nose, kind of filling up your rib cage. And then you're gonna sigh it out your mouth. And the breath that we're gonna do, just to kind of soften and open up the lungs here, is the inhale that we break into thirds, 1/3 inhale, 2/3 inhale, complete inhale, hold it full, and then sigh it out. And we're gonna do 3 rounds of it. Taking just a full breath in, out your mouth. And then lightly closing the mouth, inhaling 1/3 of a breath. So you inhale 1/3 to full and you pause. Inhaling 2/3 of the way up, pause. Inhaling all the way up to full, extra full. And again, you hold on to that breath. Open mouth, exhale out the throat, out the ribs, out the sides, sinking. And then into the nose, filling up 1/3 particular. Into the nose, filling up 2/3. Into the nose, you fill up all the way to full. Pause, hold it. Out the mouth, out the ears, out the neck. One more round. Closing the mouth and into your nose, filling up that 1/3. Filling up 2/3. Filling all the ribs up to full and hold that breath. Let it go. Head is allowed to be heavy. Maybe you ever so slightly just tuck the nose and chin under so the back of the neck gets a stretch. One more minute here. Maybe taking a swallow and relaxing the jaw. 10 breaths. First portion on the front of the body here, we're using gravity, and then we'll go to the second, we're gonna turn onto our backs. Use the foam roller with some dynamic movement. 5 breaths. Into the nose, it's not a big change. Just sigh your breath out and then lightly allow your arms to straighten over the blocks and your butt will shimmy back closer to child's pose and your hands will just hang. Yeah, and your forearms will now be supported. You just let those arms, yep, Adriana, stretch out in front of you. Just to let your butt move back and maybe you kind of wiggle your hips left and right or you roll your head left and right. Yeah, might not need that anymore. When you get to the next shape, it's gonna be rolled up under the feet. So I'm gonna take about 5 breaths. And then we're gonna crawl to laying completely flat on the front of the body there. And the blocks are gonna go under the upper arms. Try it out. And then you're probably going to have the blocks on a medium height, and then you're gonna lay, you're gonna, straighten your legs out behind you. The blocks are gonna be like this. The roll is under your feet, the blocks are under your shoulders. And I'm gonna help you with that. Don't worry. Arms back. Yep. Okay, arms back. Just under your arm, not under your breasts. Hurt you. I get that roll. Sort of imagine the tailbone like softening towards the heels. Gentle way of lifting the shoulder blades up off of the back of the body. Deep breath into the nose. Out your mouth. Tiniest little tuck of the chin under. Really letting the back of the neck stretch and widen. We're gonna come back to that breath, that 3-part inhale with a hold. So just a big breath in. Out your mouth. Closing the mouth. Into the nose, inhaling 1/3. Pause. Inhaling 2/3. Pause. Inhaling all the way up, extra, extra, extra full, hold the breath. Let it go. 2 more rounds. 1/3, you measure it, you inhale, you pause. 2/3, you calculate, you inhale, you seal it. All the way up to full, spreading, widening, holding that breath. Sigh it right out. Time. 1/3 of an inhale, small, shallow. 2/3 of an inhale, medium, just enough. Extra big, complete breath in, super full, too much, but you hold it. Hold it. Out it goes. The neck releases. 1 more minute here. Every once in a while, you take an extra deep breath. And breath. Five breaths. Super huge change. Arms are pretty sleepy right now. Giving all that support, so you're gonna take a breath. Sigh it out. And I'm gonna come around, I'm gonna move one of your arms, that's what you're gonna do with the other arm, you're gonna take a few breaths at this. And that will start to wave your arms up a little bit, this one, and then you'll do the same thing with the other arm as well. Almost like you were setting up to do a push-up, but it's really just making your arm wake up a little bit. You can just with the other arm, you're gonna take a few breaths. We're gonna have to get rid of the blocks. So now that your arms are up, I'm gonna slide this away. And then you can reach your arms straight out like a T. And you can turn your head to one side or the other, or maybe reach your arms straight out in front of you if that's the better stretch. Okay, sit right around. Deep, 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 deep inhale. We're gonna take it to a little twist. So if you turn your face so that your right ear is on the floor and your arms are wide, we're gonna bring the left hand close to your face. You're gonna bend your left knee, pushing yourself onto your right side. So you open the right arm towards Natalia. Yeah, and then do that. And then the right arm crawls out behind you, palm down. You come back to that breath. After we do both sides, we're gonna get on our backs, so we're gonna roll on the roller. Roll out the spine and the upper back. And then we're gonna do some pressure points on the chest with the massage ball. Good time still, see. 5 deep breaths. Out. Slowly turn onto your belly. Open the arms wide, you turn your head to the right, to the left, ear comes to the floor, right hand comes close to your face, right knee bends, and you start to kind of push yourself onto the right side of your body. Then the right hand can just rest. Supportive. Five deep breaths. Your nose. Full body size. 2 more breaths. One more breath. Slowly onto your belly. That last song is a little too creepy. I might change it. Like Halloween is over. Then we'll press back to child's pose when you're ready. So the next 2 items that we'll have are the blanket and the roller, but just be in child's pose for a bit. Breath in. Right on out. Okay. So you're gonna sit up, you're gonna lay back, and essentially we're gonna be rolling up and down the spine, and we're gonna be stopping at different points. But you're gonna lay back. You're just gonna put your head on the pillow or the blanket. You're gonna take your roller. We're gonna slide it under the butt like a supported bridge. Just under the bony sacrum, just above the butt cheeks. And you can hold on to it and pull your knees into your chest and just kind of get a feel for that. Take the legs up for a moment and say, that is, and then bring your legs back down. And starting just the tiniest little 1-inch scrub forward and back on your sacrum. And then you've got your elbows down on the floor. Use your elbows to support you. You're gonna have to lift your head and come up on your elbows. And we're gonna roll. Pull your elbows underneath you and lift your head. Using the elbows to support you, you're gonna start to roll a little bit up your back, just above the sacrum. You can do that, hold on to the roller. Take your arm, just hold on to it with your hands, and then pull your knees in. And let your knees curl into your chest. And then take your legs up towards straight. So with your legs up to straight and you're holding onto the roller, we're gonna actually rotate the legs like this. Rotate left, rotate right, the hips are actually turning. Right? And then you start to bend your legs and bring your feet back down one at a time when you come down. So you don't actually have to lift your head. You can walk your feet and roll the roller up your back and walk. You can cross your hands behind your head and roll. You're gonna have to do a little experimenting. Take some steps with your feet and roll the roller up towards your shoulders. And then take 2 steps and roll back. So you go roll. That one is funny. And you can also, kind of like an ab curl, if you were gonna do some abs, you can lift your head and chest up and actually roll that way. And at some point, maybe you'll slip like I just did. And then you kind of experiment with setting your butt down and dropping your head back and saying, oh, that was a little too much, maybe I'll move a little bit. Drop my head back, not quite to the floor, but you know, elbows widening. If you have your hands making a basket behind your head. Take an inhale. In fact, that's not a bad idea. You clasp your hands behind your head and let your elbows go wide. We're gonna curl the head, chest, and shoulders up. You can have your butt down, and then inhale, just soften back. The head is not gonna touch the floor. Exhale, curl the head, chest, and shoulders up, not quite off the roll. And then inhale, down, one more. Exhale, curl up. Inhale, roll down, shift slightly back and release your hands. The arms will just rest overhead. You can have the blanket, if it's not high enough, we can fold it up higher underneath your head. I'm gonna take about 10 breaths. Let me cover it. So for you, my tiny goddess, we'll put the block under your butt, lift up a little bit higher, and there we go, and put that down. Oh, that's good. Into the nose, out of the mouth. We're gonna be moving it all up and down, so some spots are gonna feel really great, other spots are gonna feel gnarly. Is your head okay like that? Don't have a little bit. Maybe for a few breaths, but not for too long. And then after you take another breath or two, you know, you kind of lift your head and just readjust, shift, you know, 1 or 2 inches in either direction, rolling up or down, and then settle back down and let your head go back maybe onto the block. Release the hands again. Maybe the arms are going wide out to the sides. Maybe they're making like a goalpost shape or even a circle overhead. You can also stretch your arms to straight like a handstand. See what that feels like. Keep moving the roller just a little bit down and up the spine towards the butt and towards the shoulders. And then folding over again, just gently. When you have the urge to start kind of moving and wiggling again, you do. You lift up, you scrub forward and back, moving another vertebra or 2 up or down. And then you kind of soften back again. Oh, slipping. That happened to me too. I slipped. I swear this. The perfect foam roller is slippery. How about 1 more minute with this? Add. I'm gonna put something under your head too, Adriana. Let's see. Come back to nice. Into the nose, out of the jaw. Staying still if you need to stay still. Moving a little inch or two if you need to move. One more breath. Another couple breaths and then we're gonna take away that foam roller. And move to the massage ball. So now the ball is gonna be a little more pointed. And you're gonna roll it, you know, up and down the left side of the spine, up and down the right side of the spine. We're gonna go up and down. Similar position. The ball is very soft. If it rolls over your bones, it's not gonna hurt you. You can plant down on it. You can twist. And you can also scrub left and right and forward and back. So I'm kind of going to maybe even. Because I really want, for me right now, the ball pressed into my sacrum, the ridge, the bony top ridge of my sacrum. And in order for me to get enough pressure, I had to put it up on the block. But that's where I felt like I really needed to put it for the moment. And just letting my weight sink down on the ball. Can shift side to side. Can shift forward and back. And you can make the teeniest little circles like you were putting out a cigarette with your foot, if you know what I mean, those type of twists. Then rid of the block. So I get higher up my back. Right along the side of the spine, you can kind of inhale, lift your chest up, and then exhale, pull your body down to the floor on top of the ball. Making little moves. You lift your butt up, you inchworm 1 inch, the ball goes up a little bit higher. Starts to get, if you want, in that space between the spine and the inner border of the shoulder blade. And you kind of wiggle and then let the ball sink there. Positioning of, if you have the ball on the right side and it's up by the shoulder blade, you know, the arm, maybe you have the right arm out wide, maybe you have it overhead. Letting the scapula protract so you can get the ball even further in there. And I have a slightly bigger ball. It's my favorite ball. If you want to use it, you can. Be gentle on it. Don't go crazy on it. Be nice to it. That one might be better for that. Another one, Judy, if you wanted to try. And then that type of. Go a little bit up and down, a little bit in, a little bit out. So not like a bunch of fast things, it's like down, scrub, 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 down, scrub, 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 down, maybe this, down. Mhm. And once, you feel like you've gone up and down the right side. We're gonna take 2 more minutes on this side before we move the ball over to the other side of the spine. So when you find tender points, you kind of soften and really, sink onto them. You can definitely go up above the trap onto the neck. Ball is perfectly fine on those bony landmarks, it's soft enough. This is why I don't recommend a lacrosse ball, because it would kind of bruise things if it's so hard. It's a little awkward at first. Might be very slippery today. The little one, yes, it's fine, it's just an experiment.
I don't know, might be the one that has switchy areas.
Yes, me
Yeah.
too,
Like along
Down by the
circles
glutes.
and.
Mhm.
and
by the neck, yeah.
the.
And then you need a small one. I have like 5 different sizes of them. Even all the way down to like really little, I don't know what you're supposed to do with those ones though. You won't let people. Stick them up your nose. Yep, so there is the laminar groove alongside of the spine on the right and left side. It's that divot. And then there's the erector muscle that runs right next to that. And you can go in the laminar groove, you can go in the middle of the erector muscle and on the outer border of it. Really smushing at those rib attachments. Oh, she rolled away. She's right over there. Maybe I'm starting to switch the ball over to the left side of the spine at some point. Maybe starting down by the sacrum again, or going back down to the sacrum and then taking it over to the other side. The bigger ball is also nice on the chest points. It's less pointy. Noticing the difference in how the left side feels versus the right. It's a little more aware of what you were gonna do, so it's maybe a little more accepting. You sink into your breath, and maybe you close your eyes and just go for the sensations. Moves up or down. spot, you put the ball, giving yourself, 5 or 10 breaths of just sinking. 5 or 10 breaths of little wiggles, and then sinking down again on the spot. Mhm. Oh, that's a nice one, Adrienne. That's good. Mhm. Nail it well. You got another minute on the side. Here's some this. Release the blockages that you broke up. One more minute with this. And breaths. Big one into your nose. Out your mouth. Taking your time. And taking away the ball when you're ready. We're gonna just remove, like I set it off to the side. You're gonna curl up kind of your whole self into a tight little ball. Take an inhale, give your legs a squeeze. And then as you exhale, you're gonna reach your right leg out to straight. Now it's just on the floor. And then you're gonna cross and twist the left knee over the body. So you use your right hand to pull the left knee over. Maybe it rests on a block, and then you can readjust the arms and the upper back open on the floor. The one leg is straight, the right leg is straight. You can do whatever you want, but twist your knees over to that, on this side of it. Let me get something under that. So your arms go wide like a T. You just sort of adjust your upper back onto the mat. Bro, what did I just call you, Judy? I did it. That's fine. This my brain pulled it together fast. I'm like, that's not Judy. That's- Into the nose. Out the mouth. And breaths. I'm not gonna like immediately go to the other side. I'm gonna do another stretch here. You can kind of start to circle your arms a little bit more overhead. They don't have to be symmetrical or anything, they just go up a little higher. Keep a nice deep inhale. And sigh it out. So you're gonna start to turn onto your back. And your left ankle is gonna cross on top of your right. Your legs will be straight, but you have crossed ankles. And then your arms circle even more overhead and your left hand grabs your right wrist. So left hand pulls on the right wrist, like you're doing a side bend right there on your back. And then the left foot pushes into the right foot. Take a nice deep inhale, pulling the wrist, pushing the foot. And then exhale, just soften right there, like soften your grip, soften your push. And you rest. And I'm gonna come around with your bolster over to the other side. Deep breath. Gentle sigh, you start to release the hands, maybe just uncross the ankles and let them fall wherever they are. Little by little, just deepening the breath. Straighten out the body. Maybe you windshield wiper the feet right and left. All right, and then you curl the knees in towards your chest and curl up into a ball. Give yourself a tight squeeze. And then we're extending the left leg. The left leg straight, you can kneel. And then exhale, drag that right knee across into your twist onto your bolster. Oh yeah, we have a little block here. The bolster is your friend. Into the nose, super full, out your mouth. And breaths. 5 more breaths. Big inhale. Full body size. A little kind of reaching the arms a little higher overhead. Breaths like that. Feel like it's time to start turning onto your back. You do, but you're gonna cross your right ankle on top of the left ankle. You just take 10 breaths to get there. As the legs kind of straighten and the right ankle goes on top of left, the arms go taller, right hand grabs the left wrist. Right hand pulls on the left wrist. So you side bend with that pull and then right foot pushes into the left foot. Big breath. Side out and just let things drop where they are. And to do a shavasana after this. Maybe you unclench your wrist or you just let the ankles fall apart. Walk for your rest, laying out flat, propping up the legs, lifting your items, covering up with a blanket. I think I'm gonna start getting body pillows. Or just like a stack of nice cloths that you can like cover your heads with, you know? That really does it for me. I'm actually gonna start wearing one at home.
Just while you're laying around.
Just while I'm awake. No, yes, asleep. This morning I woke up and my eyes were really puffy, like I had been crying, but I wasn't. I was like,
Maybe you were
my
crying.
face was, I've done that before.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, I know, my face was swollen this morning and I couldn't help but think, I wonder if I wore my mask. Anywho. Just kicking back for your final resting shape. Arms are really allowed to be up, just encouraging the shoulders to rest in an open position. Big breath in. Let it all out. Maybe that makes problem a little bit bigger. Becoming aware again. noticing the body, tiny little moves, moving up the fingers and toes. Another deep breath. And a bit left and right, teeny bit, micro time. Palms. And one final overhead stretch, maybe with the arms. Pointing the toes. Looking up down. Stacking your feet one at a time on top of the bolster. Mhm. And you sway back and forth, maybe you lift your butt and set it back down. Maybe the knees just splay in a diamond shape on the bolster. And the final little stretches there. Knees start to curl or collapse in towards the belly and you're still rocking. Twist back and forth, or you can drop right over to one side and stay. Press yourself up to a comfortable seat when you're ready, or any seat, any type of seating. With all of your items. When you're ready. The more the better. The more pillows, the better. And circle the arms up. Just gathering the palms together down in front of your heart, that ancient symbol of guidance, protection, power, reverence, discipline, honor, strength. Thank you so much, you wonderful woman. Thank you.